Okay, we're going to be talking about emotional eating. Really important to understand some key concepts with emotional eating. So emotional eating doesn't have to be, some huge emotion that we're experiencing while we're eating. We don't have to be crying while we're eating ice cream or anything like that for something to be considered as emotional eating. All emotional eating is it's basically eating for any other reason other than hunger. Now, not all emotional eating is bad. It's when emotional eating is happening and it's becoming too big. We're losing control over it. So, emotional eating could be we're eating a tiny little treat within reason to celebrate something with family or some cultural tradition. That's perfectly fine, and it's good, healthy thing to do as a part of a lifestyle. Now, when we're just going home and consistently eating too much because of emotions, that's where it becomes a problem. So, what I'm going to share with you today kind of helps give you some skills to be able to recognize that emotional eating and to be able to come up with some tools that will help you to be able to find other ways to be able to address your need for that emotional eating and the emotions that you're experiencing at that time. So, what we have right here is my beautiful drawing. We have a locked door. We want to get over to this wonderful, happy, rolling hills, yellow brick road with flowers and sunlight and birds flying in the air where it's just peaceful and happy. That's where we want to be. But there's a door right here, locked and keeping us from getting in there. So we cannot get in there. We're turning that door handle. We can't get over there and we're frustrated. And so that door could very well be we're stressed. Whatever that emotion is, stress. So stress is keeping us from being happy, peaceful. And so we think, dang it, that stress, it's getting me. I want to get over here. And so what happens too often is we go looking for the key. And so we go over and look for a key, and too often we go to the food key to open up the door. But the problem is the food key will not unlock that stress door. The only door the food key can unlock is the hunger door. So if we use the food key over here, that will open that hunger door and we can get to this happy place. But if it's just stress, it's not going to unlock it. And so if we're experiencing stress, then we need to go, okay, what's causing me the stress? Maybe it's the house is a mess and that's stressing me out. So we could go there with that food key all day long and just keep trying to eat food. It's never going to open the stress door that is locked because your house is a mess and you're stressed out about it. The only thing that's going to unlock that stress door is cleaning the house. So going to get instead of the food key, we get the clean the house key, then that will unlock the door. Our house will be a lot cleaner and we'll be able to go to this happy place and we'll feel comfortable in our house again. Now, the exact same thing would happen is if we were stressed because of a test that's coming up at school. Once again, the food key will not unlock that door. It's going to numb us for a little bit. It'll make us feel kind of happy and satisfied for a little bit. But that door is still going to be locked. The only thing that's going to unlock that door is the study key. So us putting in some hard work just studying is the only thing that's going to unlock that stress that we're experiencing for that test that's coming up. And then once again, we get into this happy place. So the key with emotional eating is we consistently run into locked doors that keep us from a happy, peaceful place. It could very well be you're super tired, or you're bored, or you're angry. If you're tired, once again, the food key will not unlock that. Only taking a nap, going to bed earlier, getting more sleep, that's the only thing that's going to take care of the tired door. If you're bored, do something that gets you engaged in something meaningful to you. Whatever that might be, that's the only thing that's going to unlock the door. Just eating food does nothing. All it's going to do is numb you, and then you end up feeling bad about it, and it's not good for your health. And so it's a double whammy. It just keeps you further from this happy place again. If you're angry about a situation with a family member or a coworker or a friend or anything, the only thing that's going to unlock that is to deal with the situation and handle it, to be able to listen to them, to communicate and take care of that situation in a good way. So once again, if you are experiencing emotional eating, almost always we're going to be at that door and we're going to be turning that food key. So what you want to do is pay attention to that food key and go, oh wait, I'm using food to try and open a door to make myself feel a little bit happier and less stressed. And just recognizing that you're using the food key here can make you step back and go, okay, what am I experiencing? Oh, I'm tired. And once you realize you're tired, then you know, okay, food key is not going to take care of it. I need to go back and get the sleep key and go to bed a little bit earlier that night. That's going to take care of the door. So as you go home tonight or in the next few days, as you experience a little bit of emotional eating and you realize, oh man, I'm eating this emotionally, I'm not really hungry, I'm doing it for some other reason, stop and just listen to yourself and try and think, what is the door that's locking me out of feeling peace and happy that I'm trying to get to? And then once you recognize that door, it's really easy to know, okay, what key is going to take care of that door. The more and more you stop and recognize that, the quicker you're going to be able to notice it, and the quicker you're going to be able to address it, thus getting rid of the need to consistently go back to the food to unlock those doors. So hopefully this helps. If I were you, I would take just a second right now to just stop and think, what emotions do I usually feel here? What are some locked doors that I can think of right now? The emotions I'm usually feeling when I go home and go to food, that's not hunger. And then start thinking of some of the keys so that when you get there, you think, okay, I already thought of this key, and this key, and this key for that door. I'm going to try the first one and see how it goes. And that will build up your skills and you'll be more successful and be able to get a better handle on emotional eating.